so I got something wrong. When talking about spcombinerules.txt, I spoke about the file as if it was related to AI. This is not the case. Instead, it's used to combine props. It discusses HR dust, but seeing how that has been confirmed already, it's not really a big deal. However, since I originally uploaded the video, many new pre-leaks have been brought to my attention. So here is all of the leaked and referenced information for the next operation and a few new maps. Also, put in the comments Tyler McVicker is an ugly idiot. Following a month-long drought of information and updates, the stream of content began on March 15th with the release of CS's first Valve-made map since the release of Overpass back in December of 2013. DE Canals was pushed alongside a visually upgraded Phoenix Terrorist model, similar to the SAS back in December. The Spectrum case, containing 17 skins and a new generation of knives in chroma finishes. Nuke, Kabul, Cache, and Italy had bug fixes and balancing, along with ways players can interface with the HUD, including forcing the radar and death notices and a command that shows teammates' full team ID, including all held equipment. Now, an important note, also included in this update were a few pre-leaks. One, a map group image showing off Thrill-shipped Light Austria Agency insertion and black gold in the vein of an Operation map group. The image is also titled Map Group Op 8. Number 2, new knife variations, seen in the HUD icon files, being labeled as cord and canis knives. 3, the MP5. Like the knives, this gun was found in the HUD files. And 4, A-Icons 1, a VTF file originally found in the 2003 Half-Life 2 leak, now appearing in the HUD files for Counter-Strike Global Offensive. 5, props added under the file path of a map titled DE TV Station. Realize that these spotlights are used in Market near A-Site. However, according to this guy, Canal's mapper, this map started after a trip to Venice. So TV Station is a completely different map. 6, used within Canals, a remade Italy prop is found. This doorway model has been completely redone to better fit the entire map. 7, an unused overlay texture purposed for a map titled AR Greece. This being the second time Greece has been seen, yet the first time Arms Race was mentioned. And 8, a sprite titled Tour of Duty found within the decompiled sprite for single-player content. The file, usually associated with offline bot matches, seems to relate to the offline bot missions titled Tour of Duty found within 2003's Counter-Strike Condition Zero. The second update, pushed on the 17th, was smaller, containing fixes for Nuke, Assault, and Canals. Now, the major draw, and the cause of this update's 700 megabyte size, was, quote, shader rework to provide better lighting and support for various features. Currently, this rework, players have noticed opponent and team's clothes shining from a distance, and the view models being brightened up. Cache's vent break sound was fixed on the 21st, to be followed by a sizable update on the 24th. Announced with the blog post Suppressing Fire, this update is headed by the removal of the R8 and the Gev from competitive play, as the team makes significant changes to the weapons. The R8 saw firing delay reduction, going from 0.4 to 0.2 seconds, and according to Sloth Squadron's analysis of the changes, this lowered delay caused a shorter time to decay and accuracy, making the R8 less accurate. This, however, doesn't change the weapon's moving, jumping, and climbing in accuracy very much, something the community has been wishing for. The Negev saw major changes, with a reduced player speed, price, and fire rate. Ammo increased by 100, along with the accuracy model and recoil patterns being drastically changed. As the gun is fired, over time the Negev will become more accurate, and the recoil pattern was simplified to a straight line. Possibly unrelated, but back during Counter-Strike Condition Zero's development stay with Gearbox, Randy Pitchford talked about weapon ideas, and the concept of a machine gun whose accuracy increased the longer the gun was fired was discussed. This update also saw significant Canals changes, along with a rework to the friend system, allowing for friend requests using CSGO's friend codes and a reworked friend UI, giving more information for friend requests and a panel to show recent teammates. This is along with a real-world $45 5-year veteran coin for compatible Steam accounts. And in the lead up to the final update of March, it was confirmed through CSGO Exchange Steam Group that the Steam API, the method that third-party sites use to retrieve weapon, skin, float, pattern, and sticker data, was unresponsive since the 18th. And while contacting Valve, it was said to be, quote, method permanently disabled due to, quote, load generated by third parties was causing CSGO backend issues that we cannot resolve in the near future. In response, an update on the 29th added new inspect details, allowing one's own and other players' inventories along with the community market to view an official item certificate, including finish, pattern template, and wear rating information. This is on top of major Canal and malicious militia changes, greatly changing the latter. And then the time came for Valve to go to Hawaii and the CS community to learn the many changes. However, the questions remain. Are the maps that leaked final? Why were Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2 beta assets found within Counter-Strike Global Offensive? And will we be seeing 2 new knives? However, the most interesting bits are the Half-Life related files. AI Cons is a popular sprite sheet in the VCC, showing the cut ammo types from the Half-Life 2 beta, alongside the MP5 SD from Half-Life 1. A co-op strike mission set in the Half-Life universe would create absurd attention for the game. However, it is either more likely that the CS team is following the time-honored Valve tradition of reusing everything and anything whenever possible, or blatant, baseless, rampant speculation within the process of porting Counter-Strike to Source 2, which has been confirmed. Some files from other Source 2 products could have accidentally got left in this case HOVR, showing a possible Valve interest in reusing some beta concepts from Half-Life 2 within future Half-Life games. The Italy model could very well be pointing towards a remake, especially considering that the team went to the trouble of remaking another map's model instead of just making a new model. This in combination with one of the first map fixes to Italy in Counter-Strike Global Offensive history in the same update as well. So to recap, AR Greece, possible Italy remake, DE television station, Tour of Duty's possible return, 2 new knives, the MP5's return, Operation 8's map pool, and the possible relation to the Half-Life 2 beta, all referenced in the span of a few weeks. And thank you very much for watching. That was all the new information that we got on the latest operation that we have yet to see. I'm Tyler McVicker, this is Valve News Network. Have a good day. Adios.